Hello, my friends and gems. Today we're going to talk about how to increase your energy like David Goggins, the Navy SEAL. And I'm going to also share with you the scientific research to back it up. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me share with you real quickly my screen. Yes, we are talking today about health and wellness. It's regenerative medicine. And let me share with you this information right here. So today we are going to talk about energy enhancer. So this technology, first of all, let's talk about how this is actually organic nanotechnology using photobiomodulation on traditional Chinese acupuncture points to magnify the effects on the body. So let me tell you a little story. About 23, almost 24 years ago, David Schmidt was contracted by the Department of Defense. I'm noticing that there's a little bell sound here that we need to put on a little pause because we don't need that little bell sound. Yes. All right, my friends and gems. So 23, almost 24 years ago, David Schmidt, an inventor, a scientist, was actually put under contract by the Department of Defense. And he was inventing all sorts of things for the Department of Defense when they actually approached him and said, "Hey, David, might you be able to invent something that will enhance the energy of the Navy SEALs, who right now they're using amphetamines, uppers, and energy drinks. And although those do work, the problem is that they're very hard on the body. When things, run out, when things start to wear out, then of course, the effects your body, crashes. And as you may or may not be aware, but the Navy SEALs, when they're in submarines, and I have some friends who are actually now retired, some of them are still in the Navy, but they've mentioned how you're in that submarine for 90 days at a time. You have no fresh air. You are not getting any sunshine. You are bombarded with LED lights everywhere. As you may or may not be aware, LED lights, those are, all the electrical components inside a submarine, is emitting blue light toxicity. So you get what we call mitochondrial dysregulation, because that light exposure to your eyes and your skin causes DHEA, fountain of youth hormone, to be destroyed in the body. It causes inflammation, and it also causes insulin resistance, which then each one of your cells has a little organ called mitochondria, which is responsible for energy production in the form of ATP, that gets dysregulated. It basically breaks, can't work properly, and that's the beginning of all sorts of disease and symptoms and the breakdown of systems of the body. So long story short, David, being a man of meditation and prayer, he always starts his day with that. He asked that effective question, and he had this divine download where he immediately ran to his lab and began to test what he had seen in the download. And that was the birth of this energy enhancer patch. So let me talk a little bit about this energy enhancer patch, because it is clinically proven. And this is one of, there's actually like 6 reports in this. Yeah, actually I have 9 reports right here in my hand. And we have more than that, but we have just in this printout that I have, we have 9 reports that are showing the efficacy of this energy enhancer that was originally created for the Navy SEALs, the Black Ops Navy SEALs to be exact. So fast forward to 2004, we had 9/11. What a horrible time of contrast, where we were under threat. And as you know, defense spending changed. And then David was freed to basically do his deep dive research into all things related to your master smart cells of the body, your pluripotent cells of the body. So if you know anything about the human body, we are made up of 56 trillion cells in the body. As I move forward, let me give a little disclaimer, because we don't treat, heal, cure, or diagnose anything, nor do we offer any protocols. We highly advise you that you go seek advice and recommendations for your particular condition to your licensed healthcare professional. That would be your doctor. There's no medical claims that are being made for any particular condition. These are general wellness products, so they fall under the general wellness category. They are FDA registered, and they are FDA compliant, and they are manufactured in FDA registered facilities, which our facilities are inspected every 2 years. We just went through another inspection this past fall. So that being said, know that this particular organic nanotechnology, this is what it looks like. In fact, you're going to see here on my wrist, I'm actually wearing this energy enhancer patch. I'm wearing it on pericardium 6, 3-finger widths below my wrist crease. This supports physical fitness. It's a convenient and easy to use because it's like putting a Band-Aid or a sticker on you. You get fast results. It's patented. We have an incredible amount of global patents. We have over 120 global patents that had to jump through all the legal hoops and all the governments of 82 separate countries. The last one being South Korea, just in this last month of January. No small feat, not to mention no small expense. And this is patented proprietary form of phototherapy. This is photobiomodulation. What is photobiomodulation? Photobiomodulation means photo is light. Bio is biology because we are biological beings. Modulation simply means movement or change. And so this technology is it's basically wearable light technology. No drugs, no chemicals or stimulants. Your body is the battery that operates this mechanical device that is behaving just like a diamond crystal. So when you take a diamond crystal and you reflect light on a diamond crystal, you see that all the different colors of the prism reflect back to your eyes. The source of light is the flashlight, right? And then the crystal reflects back, mirroring back that light to your eyes, and your eyes are seeing all the different colors of the prism, of the rainbow. Same thing is true with you, because you, as a biological being, you're infrared light. Just like the sun is 42% infrared light. You have electrons, which are packets of electricity, and you have electrolytes in your bloodstream, more packets of electricity. That light is loaded with nutrients and information to repair, restore your body, and to bring it, into balance, and to provide everything that's needed, soup to nuts, right? And then you have at conception, when your mother's ovum united with your father's sperm, at conception, you had the complete information, because your mother's ovum by itself couldn't create a baby. Neither could your father's sperm by itself. It wasn't until they united. Now you have complete information, the male, the female, and the male. You have 23,688 genes and stem cells that begin this rapid multiplication of cells that form you into an embryo. All those master smart cells have 100% of all the information that's needed from conception all the way till you take your last breath. Does that make sense? So there are no drugs, no chemicals or stimulants in your stem cells, as you're already aware. And this mechanical device, because that's all this is a mechanical structure to redirect the light from your infrared light that's inside your body. It's simply the moment you make contact, it's like a solar panel that you put on the roof of your house. Now you put this little solar panel on your body, anywhere where you have skin, head to toe, even on top of your head, below your feet. The infrared light in your body, which if you touch your face now, you touch your skin. If you breathe out on your hand, you feel warmth. That warmth is evidence of the light, the temperature that's inside you. Just as the sun is a light source, it gives off heat. A fire gives off heat. Electricity gives off heat. Your electricity inside your body gives off a temperature. About 98.6 for some of you who are pretty cool. For those of you who are a little hotter, you're 98.7 or even maybe a little bit more, but that's all evidence of the infrared light inside your body. Now that light, when you touch yourself, listen to what I'm saying and see what I'm showing you. That light is going to bounce off of this little crystal panel, and it's going to reflect back up to 4 inches deep into your body. Because this white dot is not just a white dot. This white dot, just like the diamond crystals, are organic sugar crystals, organic salt crystals, organic hydrogen, oxygen, water crystals, organic amino acids that are all arranged in a very specific geometrical pattern to create a certain effect, to activate a certain protein and peptide in the body that enhances your energy. And this is non-invasive. This is non-transdermal, so that means that nothing transfers into your skin. The sugar, the salt, the hydrogen, oxygen, and water, and the organic amino acid crystals, none of those are being absorbed by your skin. Those are simply a mechanical structure devised to reflect back your infrared light, just like a diamond crystal. So it's mimicking a diamond crystal. Now that reflects back into your body up to 4 inches deep, and this rapid increase in energy begins. So I want to share with you, I'm going to share with you, there are 5 locations, but actually there's an infinite number of locations that you can put this in the body. Got a little bug that got in here somehow. So if you see me swiping at things, that's what I'm doing. If you're looking for perfection, you may as well leave now, because this is not going to be perfect. So I might make mistakes, but I will correct as I become aware, and we'll move forward. Does that make sense? So the energy enhancer patches do reflect a particular wavelength of light, which is infrared light, as I already shared with you. This stimulates specific points on the skin that increase energy production in the cells, beta oxidation, because beta oxidation produces more than twice the energy. That's 2 times more energy of carbohydrate burning. So by wearing this particular patch, this phototherapy patch, you are burning an extra 300 calories a day, because it is increasing the amount of energy that is running throughout your entire body to the tune of twice the energy of carbohydrate burning, more rapid metabolizing. This is the most effective and natural way to increase overall energy. So it tells you here, these are the 5 locations: under the clavicle, pericardium 6-point, one of my favorite spots to wear. You have under the knee, 3 finger widths below the knee, at the ankle. This is great for hormones and things like that, among other things. And then on top here. But there are other places that you can place the energy enhancer patches, which we're not going to go into yet. I will share with you, though, I do have a book that has recommendations, not protocols, because we do not offer protocols. But this particular book, based on whatever conditions you have, there are suggestions. Let's say, for example, I just happened to open this up for liver issues, and it tells me the different acupuncture points and the different combination of patches that I can use to affect regeneration and a rapid restoration and reparation inside the body. All right, I hope this is all making sense. Does that make sense, guys? Now this is slipping, so I'm going to have to put this over here to my right. Okay, moving on. So let me continue to share. This is actually the ice wave patch. So let me share now with you. I'm going to share with you here. This is the energy enhancer. There's actually a total of 9 studies here. You can see in the back here, the last report, number 9. So I'm going to share with you some things that I've highlighted. I'm going to hold this up. Next time I will do a share screen, and I'll have the digital document on my computer. But I wanted you to see some of the things that I highlighted by hand. You're going to see that there were 36 healthy subjects that were enrolled between the ages of 22 to 72 years of age. The next page I want to share with you actually shows the thermographic study, where you could see quite clearly this person here. This is all the pain, all the inflammation that they had prior to wearing the patches. And then over here, you see how the inflammation went down significantly, where there's only a little bit of inflammation left. And the same thing with this individual. Over here, you see how, the amount of pain that they had and inflammation. And now over here, you see a significant drop in pain. So let's move on to the next thing in the study that I highlighted that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you today. So in this study, there were 60 subjects, and let me just share you can read along with me. 60 subjects ages 18 to 65 without debilitating illness participated in the study with the aim to examine the effect of energy enhancer patches on meridian conductions at 4 different acupuncture points. Now, I want to take a quick pause, because David Goggins, obviously, he's in great shape. As far as we know, there's nothing wrong with him. The Navy SEALs and the Navy Black Ops SEALs, those guys are in top physical condition and shape. They have an incredible amount of strength, an incredible amount of stamina, but they're human, so they do get tired too. But they have almost superhuman energy, I think we would all agree. evidenced by what we know of David Goggins and other similar Navy SEALs, as well as athletes, Olympic athletes. So let's talk about the efficacy of the patches on the body. So here in this study, it tells us results of the skin conductance measurement showed that at the 4 acupuncture sites, which was lung, pericardium, stomach, and kidney, I showed that picture to you at the beginning, the means show an increase in conductance after application of the energy patches using the skin conductance measurement as compared to the baseline. So 2-tailed t-test showed significant pre-post difference for lung, pericardium, and kidney, with only the stomach site not reaching significance, as shown in figure 3. So let me share with you then the next thing. So here we go. Now you have application of the energy enhancer patches produced a significant increase in the maximum aerobic ATP. ATP is what your mitochondria produces inside each cell, because each cell has a little organelle, tiny organ called mitochondria, and that's what manufactures ATP, which is digesting basically energy production for all humans. So it says increase in maximum aerobic ATP from fatty acid metabolism, resting ATP, and maximum aerobic work. There was no significant effect on resting ATP from fatty acid metabolism. Pretty impressive result findings, wouldn't you agree? All right. So in this part here, page 8, it says 60 subjects. Oh, we already said that. Sorry about that. 7. Next, I'm going to share with you the assessment. This is from our 5th study. And in this study, so you can see study number 5, study report 5. And in here, you see, it says here, the energy enhancer patches have an effect on the autonomic nervous system, your ANS. This is more evidence that the patch devices are able to modify a physiological process. In addition, the HRV, that would be heart rate variability studies, also support the findings of the infrared study, which show a physiological modification of the thermal being heat, thermal energy distribution in the body by cooling hyperthermic regions of the body. Areas of the body that are hyperthermic, that means that they're too hot. That is as a result of inflammation. Okay. So, and in this particular study here that I'm going to share with you, this is showing here that the assessment shows there's a reduction in temperature, and inflammation was also measurable within 5 minutes, not 50, just 5 minutes. Energy enhancer patches have a physiological response on the autonomic nervous system. So I have a gal who is a nurse in Australia. Her name is Annie Cottrell, actually. I have a lot of Anns and Annies in my group that are on the patches. So this particular nurse, within minutes of having applied the energy enhancer patches, I'm going to tell you what happened. Yes, pause button, kind of a cliffhanger, because I need to give you a little backstory as to what was going on before. Annie is in her late 30s, and after just a little over a decade of working as a nurse, as a result of something that was required for her work, she had developed myocarditis and high blood pressure, hypertension, high pulse rate, etc. So she happened to get off of work and was not feeling well. I think she said her heart rate was 151 beats per minute. She had just got started on the patches and had just received her shipment, I believe, the day before. Happened to be a Saturday. And so when she got home from work, she knew that this regulates heart rate variability. So this is increasing energy. Of course, it was the end of the day. She was very tired. But when she saw that she had her package, she went ahead and she opened it. She immediately put this on because this not only enhances energy, but it improves heart rate variability, and it also regulates your lymphatic system. So she immediately put them on the pericardium points, on this spot and on this spot. That's just three finger widths from your wrist crease. It's called pericardium point 6. What happened next was within minutes, she said her heart rate went from 151 to normal, and she felt so much better. Now, she's not the only one who has had this type of experience, but I am now happy to inform and to share with you that, in fact, if you go to my Facebook, if you go to facebook.com, Lillian, Lillian, middle initial I, and then Walker, do all lowercase. You look at my Facebook Lives, you'll see about what happened in 17 days. And you'll see that just this last week, she's now 23 days in a row without any kind of heart event, any cardiac issues, any cardiac or cardiovascular issues. Pretty impressive. And of course, she's on more than just energy enhancer now, but today we are focusing on energy enhancer because it was the only patch that she put on that Saturday when she had that elevated blood pressure and pulse. And immediately, she said within minutes, it immediately came down. Her pulse went back to normal. She didn't feel that bad feeling. And she just felt so much better. So my friends and gems, I want to know, put in the comments below. We are here on Facebook. We're keeping this to 30 minutes. If you or someone you know is interested in learning more, this is one of 11 different patches. 11. You can think of it, way to remember is if you look at the middle of my name, I have the double L in the middle. I'm Lilli. It's like 1111. So we have 11 patches that are organic. They're nanotechnology because they're tiny little crystals. Like I said, you hold this up to, it looks like just a solid white dot. But even if I hold it straight up to the camera, you can't see the individual crystals. You really need to have it under a microscope. You would have to have a limitless zoom in order to see, which I'm going to have to see if I can get my hands on one of those because it would be fascinating to see the reflection of the light. As you put it, when you use a microscope, there's a little lamp that's under the glass so that there's light coming from both directions and that you can see right through whatever it is, whatever specimen. I have a microscope upstairs in my other room. So anyhow, the bottom line is this. If you're someone you know is interested in learning more, getting educated, maybe finding out perhaps whatever symptoms, whatever conditions, whatever diagnosis, whatever issues, whatever your laundry list is of complaints that you have, of things that are not going right, things that weren't an issue when you were a child or maybe a junior high or teenager or young adult, and maybe it's something that's just plagued you for the last 6 months, the last year, the last 10 years. Maybe it's the last 30 years, doesn't matter. We have people as young as 4 years old, and as my oldest couple patients, I have a couple of them that are 94. They were 93 both when they started, and now they're 94 plus years old. And all of them have had a significant effect as a direct result of wearing this patch, as well as our Fantastic Five, which I can't say enough about the Fantastic Five. And if you want to learn more about Fantastic Five, you'll have to come back and either watch one of my previous videos, or you'll have to come back and join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. where you will get the short version as to what the mother activation patch does, the mother cell activation patch does, as opposed to what the Fantastic Five does for the primary systems of the body. For those of you who are wondering, do we have a patch that affects your nerves, your hormones, your digestive system, your reproductive system? Yes. So I recommend people wear the Fantastic Five plus, I call it the Neuro patch, but a lot of people, because it has to do with digestive issues and repairing and replacing and bringing that back into balance, it creates appetite suppression and craving control for people who have it. For people who don't, that it increases, because if you have zero appetite, that's equally troublesome. Then you lose weight that you oftentimes can't afford to lose. So either way, the body's out of balance. So that patch will restore your nerves from head to toe, front to back, top to bottom, left to right, forwards, backwards, sideways, doesn't matter. Again, your cells, those master pluripotent, master smart cells that were from conception, when you were first conceived, can be awakened, turned back on, 33% more. So if you're a 60-year-old, and I'm just going to use 60 because at 60, you only have 10% of those left. 10% of your construction crew is left. So now you add 33% more. Now you have a 430% increase in the amount of cellular repair, restoration, and regeneration going on head to toe. All right, my friends and gems, it's a wrap. That's all we're going to do. Does that make sense? I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Today is a Monday, fun day, magnificent, motivational Monday. And if you want to get in touch with me and you want to do a private one-on-one to see if this is the best fit for you, to see if this particular technology is the best fit for you for whatever it is that you're going through, then reach out to me at the 949 number. I'm going to go ahead and stop my video because my number is there. You can call it. I will get the voice message that you leave. I have that transcribed to me. It does, there's no one else monitoring it but me. So give me at least 24 hours to get back. I try to make sure I get back to everybody within the same day. If not, if it's later in the day and depending on the volume of the calls and the text messages, then within 24 hours. All right, makes sense. And know that you can get this for as little as $5 a day. For $11 a day, you can get, like I said, the Fantastic Five. Pretty amazing. But you can get it for as little as $3.33 a day, or even as low as $2.49 a day. That we will discuss at another time. All right, my friends and gems. Ciao for now. Oh, by the way, who do you know that might benefit from this life-saving technology? Please put in the comments below if you know of someone that might benefit from this life-saving technology. And hit the like button. Please share this video with a friend that you think might benefit from this. And hit the notification bell so that you're alerted every time I upload a new video. This one's live, so it's instantly available for you and your friends. Just copy the URL and forward it to them. All right. Ciao for now. Mwah. I'm looking for that end button. Ciao. Third time's a charm. Toodaloo.